Hi, it's Dorothy Guining with Scrapbooking Quebec. In this video, I'll be creating a 12 by 12 layout featuring Stampin' Up's Peaceful Garden Designer Series paper and two bundles, Snowy Delights and Delicate Pines. Everything I use will be listed below along with my link to Stampin' Up. And FYI, some of these products have been added to Stampin' Up's last chance list and are discounted. If you use the link below and live in Canada, I will get a commission. And if you do, thank you very, very much. What I would like you to focus on for this video is the background design and not the number of photos. I'm going to be using one photo, which works fine, but you can also use two, even three smaller photos. So for multiple photos, think grouping. Simply a grouping of photos in the middle of the page. With that in mind, let's get started. You're about to see what's on my table. In advance, I prepared a frame style foundation page with 3 sheets of paper. I gutted one of them. There is a tutorial on my channel where I explain how to do that. So that's listed and linked below. You can see I've matted one 5 by 5 photo in advance. I used Secret C two-tone cardstock, the paper I gutted from behind the foundation page. Normally I don't mat my photo this early in the process because often I change my mind throughout the process. This time I did, and I ended up liking it. Anyway, now I'm showing you the paper. So the first two papers there are from the Peaceful Garden collection, that 12 by 12 sheet and the scrap. I'm going to be using those. I'm also going to be using a wood grain paper from Stampin' Up's Country Woods paper pack. I have Willow White cardstock and Secret C two-tone cardstock, again, both from Stampin' Up. And those two pieces of cardstock with the wood grain, that's what I use to create my foundation page. In addition to this, I do have Mossy Meadow two-tone cardstock. I'm going to be using that for some die cutting. And I also have glitter paper from the Peaceful Garden Suite collection. I'll be grabbing that in a moment. That pack has 3 different colors of glitter paper. You can see I've already heavily cut into the silver. That's what I'm going to be using for today's video as well. I will show you what I have left from the Peaceful Garden paper pack. I have some of it. I've already created 2 double-page spreads, but at least this gives you an idea of the colors and the overall feel of the collection. So lots of blues with a bit of neutral. And now I want to show you the tools. So I'm going to be featuring 2 main bundles, but I'll be using other tools as well. So the first one is Delicate Pines. That's a bundle with stamps and dies. And the second one is Snowy Delights. That one actually has 3 pieces, stamps, dies, and stencils. For this video, I'm just going to be using the dies. I'm also going to be using my nesting circle dies. This design will definitely have lots of circles. And as a matter of fact, that's the first thing I'm going to do. I'm going to take these 3 papers, cut out a bunch of circles, and then I will be back. So now you can see I've cut out a bunch of circles. I have 7 circles in 4 different sizes. I will write the measurements on the screen. The largest ones there are 4 inches. What I'm going to do with these circles is create kind of a wonky photo mat. So that's what you see me doing now, and I'm going to start with the largest ones. I place them more or less in a wonky triangle, and then I'm coming in and filling in the other areas with the circles that are next down in size. So I start with the largest, then the next down, and I step down until I get to the smallest. What I'm forming here is a layered wonky photo mat. I don't want it to be a perfect circle. I want it to be kind of a wonky, imperfect circle. So you see me, I've got my photo placed in the middle, and I'm just playing around with the circles, looking for a design that pleases my eye, but really I want it to be kind of an imperfect circle here. So that's what you see me playing with. I also off camera added ink to all of these circles. I think I bring it out in a minute, but the ink I used to ink up those circles was Smoky Slate from Stampin' Up. So what I'm going to do now is probably play around with this a little bit more because I really want to make sure I like the positioning of these circles, and then I will adhere them. So there I go, just moving them a bit. And once I'm happy, I'm not even going to take them off the page. You're going to see me lift the circles, add a bit of adhesive, then press them down. That's what I'm doing right now. And I'm making sure not to press too hard because I may want to adjust a little bit more. And even though there's not tons of adhesive here, I'm not worried because on top of this wonky circle photo mat, I will be adhering my photo, my embellishments, my title, my journaling, and all of that. So this circle will be further adhered throughout the process. So as you can see, I'm just kind of going around and again, not pressing too hard because as you can see, once again, I'm adjusting the circles. I wanted to really kind of make a misshapen circle, messy photo mat underneath my photo. Now what I'm going to do is toss this aside and make some embellishments. And the first bundle I'm going to get out is Delicate Pine. So again, this has stamps and dies. I'm going to be using both of them. And this is an online exclusive product. I think it came out in September. Anyway, it's still a current product. Very, very interesting. You're going to see in a minute. It looks like snowflakes, what I'm going to be stamping and die cutting, but the snowflake stems, or I don't know what you call them, basically the edges of the snowflakes are made in pine branches. So I'm going to be calling them pine branch snowflakes from here on in. I'm showing you my inks. I have Misty, Moonlight, and Secret Sea, both colors in this Peaceful Garden collection. And from that stamp set, I selected 3 pine branch snowflakes in 3 different sizes. And once I stamp them out and die cut them, basically they're made to layer one on top of the other. So I'm starting here with the Misty Moonlight. I stamp out a large snowflake or a large pine branch snowflake. With the smallest die, I'm using the very same color ink, Misty Moonlight. And for the middle pine branch snowflake, I'm doing it in Secret Sea, which is a darker blue. So my idea here is I'm going to be cutting them all out. You're going to see I place the stamped image in my die cutting machine. I'm going to position the die on top of it. I'm using a little bit of low tack tape just to keep it in place, running it through my die cutting machine, and you will see out pops my large pine branch snowflake. I'm going to do that to all of these, but I'm not going to make you watch all of it. And I'm going to come back and adhere them together, and you'll see what I do with them right now. So you can see I've got them all cut out. In addition to that, I cut myself out some branches in that Mossy Meadow two-tone cardstock. It was a leaf branch that was also in that Delicate Pines die set. And now what you see me doing is adhering the snowflakes one on top of the other. So I'm just placing a bit of liquid adhesive in the middle. I put the medium one on top of the large one. Now I'm putting the small one on top of the medium one. And I'm topping it off with this little adhesive dot. They're called Hues of Blue Flowers. And basically it's part of this Peaceful Garden collection as well. I didn't add foam adhesive there. I could have. Instead, I just kind of fluffed up the edges of the pine branch snowflakes. And you can see as well, you'll see it a little bit later on, I made 2 sizes. One of them I made 3 layers and another one just 2 to create a smaller pine branch snowflake. What I'm showing you right now is the Snowy Delights bundle, and I'm showing you it in the September-December mini catalog. I'm just going to be using the dies, which have these fantastic huge snowflakes, but also there are stamps and masks, which are like layering stencils. Super, super beautiful. That's why I showed it to you in the catalog, because there was an example of that artwork in the catalog. All I'm doing here is cutting out the giant snowflakes in that silver glitter paper. So easy, and it makes an absolutely stunning embellishment. I'm going to show you what that looks like in a minute. And again, I'm going to make more of these off camera. I'm going to clean this up, and the last thing I'm going to create here is my title. So I have the Everyday You and Me stamp set, which is one of Stampin' Up's scrapbooking title stamp sets. I absolutely love them. They have tons of them. The one I'm using here is retired, but there are many of them in the shop. I love them. They're so easy to create titles. I stamped out So Much Joy in Mossy Meadow ink. And now what I'm doing is going back to that Delicate Pine stamp set. And in that stamp set, there's a small snowflake. So I'm using Misty Moonlight ink and stamping it right in the middle of the O. What I'm going to do now is get out another die set. It's the Stylish Shapes dies. It's full of basic shapes, squares, circles, banners, and they are all stitched. What I will do off camera is I'm going to simply die cut that. So you can see I die cut it in white, and then I cut myself a larger circle in Mossy Meadow behind it. I could have added foam adhesive here between the layers. I didn't. I'm trying to keep things flat in my album because I have so many albums in my collection. Now I'm showing you my embellishments. So I have a bunch of those pine branch snowflakes, absolutely beautiful. I am showing you that the first one I made was in Mossy Meadow. I love it, but I decided to go with the blues to coordinate with my paper pack. I'm also showing you I have a bunch more of those standalone leaves that I die cut with that very same Delicate Pines bundle. Here are more of those glittery snowflakes from Snowy Delight. Super pretty. I did do my journaling on the computer. I printed it up, cut it out with one of those stitched circle dies from the Stylish Shapes dies as well. And now I'm showing you I have a bunch of squirrels. Now I had created those for past layouts, and they were created with the Fluffy Squirrel bundle. Again, this is one that's on the last chance list and reduced. So there are stamps and a punch with that. Now you can see there are two main squirrels there, and I'm going to show you. One of them coordinates with the punch, and one of them I ended up fussy cutting. That way you can have squirrels facing in two directions. I'm a really bad fussy cutter and I didn't have any problem doing it, so I just wanted to point that out. They are really cute. And what I did was I stamped out the outline. If you look at the stamp set, there's an outline. I did that in that Memento Tuxedo Black ink, and then on top of it, I stamped Pecan Pie. So that kind of filled in the color there. In addition to that, as I mentioned earlier, I have those little adhesive dots. They're called Hues of Blues Flowers, and that is part of the Peaceful Garden collection. So now I have my page, my photo is loose, and I am going to play around with my embellishments. And as always, I'm going to start with the largest items. So I'm starting with those glittery snowflakes, and I'm going to place them in a visual triangle around the page. You're going to see I have them kind of overlapping my photo, then coming out from underneath that circle. Another reason why I didn't press really hard when I adhered those circles to my page. The next largest item, of course, are those pine branch snowflakes. So I'm coming in, I'm going to put 3 of those on the page. I have a visual triangle in the glittery snowflakes, but everything else is going to be more or less on a diagonal. So you can see I have one large pine branch snowflake in the bottom right, and then in the top, I have 2 of them, one large one and one small one. I am placing my title and the journaling. So what's going to happen with that cluster in the bottom right? It's going to hug my photo. It's going to have my journaling, my title, and some embellishments. When I create embellishment clusters, I do like to create them in different sizes. And in this case, the one in the bottom right is going to be the largest one, and the one in the top left will be a repetition of that. So I am just playing around with my elements there. They are all quite big, so I don't have that many of them, but because of the size, they do have an impact. Now I'm grabbing that squirrel, which is absolutely adorable, and I love how it introduces another color to this monochromatic layout. So I'm kind of happy with that. I like how it's facing the title there, and yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. I do have those little leaves. That's going to be my small bits and pieces. I'm not going to spend a lot of time tucking these in because typically that's the last thing I do when I build a cluster. I know I want them. I know I like that addition of that Mossy Meadow color. However, I'm going to adhere them once everything else is adhered. I decided to make my squirrel a little wintry, so I have some kind of thicker baker's twine. It is from Stampin' Up. It's white and garden green, I think. I think it's probably retired. I've had it for a while. I basically tied it around the squirrel's neck, and I kind of took my pokey tool and frayed the end, and it looks like a little scarf. I absolutely love what that does to that little squirrel. So suddenly I've opened an entire new possibility for this squirrel that I've been using all autumn long. So I've decided to move ahead and start adhering my elements. And I'm starting with the photo there. Basically, I'm fussing to adhere it right in the middle from right to left, but I am positioning the photo a little bit more up towards the top, because that cluster that's going to hug the bottom right corner of the photo is going to be quite significant. I stopped the camera and continued fussing, so I'm happy with that. And off camera, I did adhere 2 snowflakes, and now I'm placing the other items that I had already placed, but now I'm just positioning them there to adhere them. I'm adhering my title. There are words in a straight line. That's why you saw me get out my T-square, just to make sure they were in a straight line across the page when I adhered it. And now I'm coming in with a little squirrel there, and I will tuck in those leaves. So I'm just going to kind of poke them around. Again, I knew I wanted to position them there, but I don't waste a whole lot of time when I'm playing with my embellishment clusters before adhering, because they just move around so much. It's the type of small embellishment I add at the very end. I ran out of batteries there, but what I did off camera was I adhered those leaves with a little bit of liquid adhesive. Now I'm going to work on the kitty corner, and this is simply a smaller repetition of the embellishment cluster in the bottom right corner. So I'm starting with that snowflake. I did add a little bit of liquid adhesive. For that one, I did decide to tuck it just a bit behind the photo, and now I am coming in with those pine branch snowflakes. Again, no foam adhesive. I have absolutely no foam adhesive on this layout whatsoever. I could have easily put it between the layers in those pine branch snowflakes. It would have looked lovely, but again, I am being very cautious not to add too much dimension to my layouts because I have so many albums. But you will see in the still shots, this layout, even though there's no foam adhesive, is full of texture and layers. It looks like there may be foam adhesive, but there isn't. And you should see that in the still shots at the very end. I'm just positioning my journaling, and I don't want it to be perfectly lined up with the other circles beneath it. So I tossed it to the side so it kind of crosses over 2 circles there. And I am really getting close to the end here. Basically, what I'm doing is adhering my little leaves there. And yeah, I'm pretty much at the end. This layout, even though there was a little bit of preparation with the embellishments, did come together very, very quickly. So you'll see that in a minute. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this process. You're about to see my finished layout. And if you did, I would greatly appreciate a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, Scrapbooking Cutback, I would be thrilled if you did. And if you are a subscriber, thank you very, very much. As I mentioned in the intro, everything I used is listed below along with my link to Stampin' Up. And if you live in Canada and use the link, I will get a commission. And please know I appreciate your support very, very much. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you soon on YouTube. Bye-bye.